Hi, everyone. My name is Mike Sukup. I'm a staff attorney with Disability Rights Wisconsin. My work at DRW focuses on adults in the criminal justice system, mainly people who are in prisons and jails, but also people who are at the mental health institutions like Mendota, who may also have involvement with the criminal justice system. So for this area of DRW's work, our overarching priority is to deflect people with mental health needs away from the criminal justice system and improve conditions and treatment of people with mental health needs who are already in the criminal justice system. A lot of my work focuses on the latter, and that's what I'll be talking about for the next few minutes. When it comes to improving treatment for people with mental health needs who are already in the system, the objectives can be put into two broad categories, and they can overlap, but they are working towards eliminating abuse and neglect and protecting the rights of people with mental health needs. Over the past year, I've spoken to many people, and a common concern is the difficulty receiving meaningful mental health treatment while in prison or jail, including access to medication or meeting with a qualified mental health professional often enough, not just when it's a crisis. In some instances, I'm able to get records and talk to the staff and work to improve somebody's treatment and their ability to see a qualified mental health professional often enough. But there's often another component to this, which is the use of restricted housing. On a systemic level, the DOC is making reforms to restricted housing. And I plan on continuing to talk with DOC administrators who are involved in the decision-making regarding these reforms about what I've heard from people about the overuse and unnecessary prolonged use of restricted housing. And I don't anticipate that these reforms will go far enough, but I'll use that opportunity and access to inform staff about how they do and do not go far enough based on what I've been hearing and the people I speak with. Another situation where an individual case turned into a systemic project over the past year was it involves rights. And this individual contacted us because he was denied access to a minimum security prison because of his mental health needs. He wasn't cleared by the qualified mental health professionals to go there. And that was the only reason. I was able to get records and talk with the staff who were involved in this decision. And eventually this person did go to a minimum setting. But it did raise the concern that there may be others like him who need mental health treatment, but are concerned about asking for it because they may be denied the privileges that go along with the minimum security settings, prisons. So I did look at the data and consistent with my concern, the vast majority of people with mental health needs in the DOC are in maximum and medium security settings, and a very small fraction are minimum security. So this is something we recently began to directly address with DOC staff in the administration. And it's something that we're going to continue to work with them on to resolve this large disparity and make sure that people aren't being discriminated against because they need mental health services. Another aspect that I want to touch on in the limited time I have are investigations. Over the past year, there's been a few jail investigations that I've worked on, they're not complete yet, of people who had mental health needs and died while in custody under circumstances that suggest there was abuse and neglect. This is a priority, and it's something that we'll continue to work on going forward. This is about all the time I have, but I'm happy to answer any questions outside of this meeting. Please contact our office. I'll be happy to talk with you, or you can email me at mikes@drwi.org. Thanks.